What's that? No. Hello, Jenny. Hey.
Got back from the cottage pretty late.
Oh, did you? Was there traffic?
No. It wasn't raining up there. It's just beautiful.
Oh, really? You didn't get any rain at all?
No, not really.
Huh.
Rained a little last night at 3 in the morning, but
No, it rained.
that was gorgeous.
Started probably about 3 in the afternoon yesterday, and it's been raining ever since at the farm. It was raining here too, wasn't it? Or was it nice?
You're at the farm though, yeah?
Yeah.
I just muted you. Your audio's on, by the way.
You can't win. He's either you can't see his face or you can see his face, but he doesn't get to say anything.
You're back on audio.
Good people of the internet, welcome once again to Loons Online Pub Trivia. Just like that. Welcome once again, guys. My name is Steve Hobbs, and you are here at Loons Pub Online Trivia. I tried to get the the slide on Loons to skip, and it just stuck there for me. So we're forever loading in Loons Pub Trivia limbo. That's how it works sometimes. In fact, let me just take a look and make sure that would be a shame if it just didn't work from now on. Oh, well, we'll fix it in post. Guys, my name is Steve Hobbs, if you're not familiar. I am your Loons Pub Online Trivia host, making the best of a little something we call a viral apocalypse. No big deal, right? Hey, I'm happy. It's a long weekend, which means I definitely have my Bose lug tread on hand. Can you see it? It's the same color as my background, the illustrious Loons Pub illusion. So it kind of comes in and out. But yeah, Bose lug tread, the official sponsor of Loons Online Pub Trivia, which again, once upon a time was in person and will soon again in whatever form that looks like for the future. We'll be back. I know it in my heart that we'll make it work. Oliver will find some way at Loons to make it all come together. But in the meantime, we're here. We're on the internet. That's how that works. You might be watching on YouTube. You might be playing on Zoom as we do every Monday at 8 o'clock, and we wrap up a little after 10, depending on how long it takes me to kind of do the final marking. Let's take a look and see who's there, because I think every now and then we lose some people are waiting in the waiting room. Let me just make sure those people are added. If you're on YouTube, you don't have this problem. Where is my vaping room? Hold on just a second. Me, my, mo, may. Trying to unmute you guys here. Hold on, sorry, little technical glitch on my end. Normally this is not a problem, but right now. Also, if you ever you can't get hurt and want to make fun of me, feel free to check the chat on Zoom. That is always a very fun way to say hello. There we go. Oh, and somebody was waiting. There we go. All right, you're all unmuted. How are you guys doing? How are you doing?
It's really funny. It was like smoking some weed on a vaporizer in his tiny closet.
Someone's talking about how they smoke a vaporizer. That's fun. It's a long weekend. Do what you ever want to do. How are the rest of you doing? You're live on Zoom.
Oh my God.
One, oh my God. You know what? As I mute you again, I'm going to agree that, oh my God, indeed. What an age that we live in where we can play online trivia. I mean, yeah, there was already HQ. There was kind of already a huge app that, had millions more subscribers than our measly Loons trivia community. But you're not measly to me. You guys are everything. You guys are our local Toronto, Roncesvalles Loons players, our Loons goers, our Loons people. And thank you for playing every Monday night. Those of you that continue to play, and those of you that are here for the first time, I got some rules for you. First, I'm going to take a sip of this lovely Bose. That's good stuff. You can find it at Metro if you're not familiar, and various other vendors. Bose is local. All right, let's see if I can get some rules up again for you so that we can talk about it. Because if you're new, you're going to want to know how to play. That's kind of key here. Let's try that. Putting up the screen for you. Boom. All right, we're sharing. Am I frozen here? Something weird is happening, guys. Hold on, my PowerPoint, I think, froze on me. Let me just stop sharing again for a second. And in the meantime, I'm happy to talk a little bit about what's different this month as I try and troubleshoot that. If you are not familiar, things are a little bit different this month, where instead of weekly prizes, we are all trying to play for one massive single case of wonderful Bose brew. That's right, a 2-4 on May 2-4. Every winner from every week, as in the first place winners of however many people play, at the end of the month during the last week, we're going to explain how that's going to work. But there will be some kind of a lottery and or skill testing question to try and figure out who's going to come away with that case of beer at the end of the month. And everyone else that played along, great, fun things. Normally we only have prizing for first through third every week when we're at the bar anyway. So online, it's a little bit different. We're lucky to even have prizing. We're just happy that Bose is working with us. Thank you, Bose. Good stuff. All right, let me just try and workshop this one more time. Uno momento. In fact, I'm going to unmute everything just for a second so that you guys can chat for yourself if you want while I try and troubleshoot this. Bear with me. You're unmuted.
While his head disappears.
Sorry, be silent.
You're not on mute.
Yes.
Hi, Oliver.
No one needs to hear me.
I can't, Christina, the way your computer is set up or this call is set up, all I see is the space between you and Connor.
Oh, weird.
Okay, now I fixed Nina, but I don't see Connor.
Okay, so I'm
No.
not sure what to do about that.
Yo,
No, I don't know how to change it. Wait.
and now I can't hear anything from the Zoom call. This is fucked up.
I can see you, and I think everyone can hear you saying that.
Hi, everybody.
I'm going to mute everyone once again for a moment, and just to let you know, I'm strangely enough having some connection issues on myself as well. I'm not going to restart the call or anything, but I am going to troubleshoot it just for a second. I'm going to take my video off to try and get my PowerPoint going. Something has malfunctioned on my end. There's always some kind of fun connection when you got this many people all connecting together. Stay with it, guys. Hold on. I'm taking my video off. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. You are unmuted.
Those are Ryan speakers. That's what's happening.
Sorry, not what's name. That's Ruben.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am having some very unusual audio issues that I can't explain.
Okay. Do you need?
I'm just gonna get a different machine.
Okay.
Boom, ba-dum, bum, bum. I don't know how long I want to do this.
As a result of COVID-19 in Brazil, while more than 240,000 have been infected. Streets throughout Italy were bustling today as many retailers reopened their doors for the first time in 10 weeks. Bars and restaurants were also back in action, along with Venice's famous gondolas. Italy's prime minister has described the easing of restrictions as a calculated risk. The country has more than
why that seems stressful to me.
How very strange.
Oh, you're on.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh, God.
All right. Can people hear me now? Is that working? Is it low?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Great.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm having all kinds of meltdowns on my end. I think this is apparently my computer's having a long weekend as well. So I apologize.
Get rid of that big thing there.
He's doing that, dude.
Oh,
And if it's your first time, this is a bad example of how we start normally.
it is.
Things come up. Everyone's muted.
Thanks,
Can you
delayed.
hear me now? Is that working? Didn't know them. That's good for you. It's less for you to worry about. All right, here we go. You're muted. And here, hopefully, if this will just share properly here. Sharing one more time. Come on, get to it. The rules, please. There we go. I think we got there. Am I sharing? Looks like I'm sharing. Holy moly. And the cursor won't go on half the screen, but that's fine. Who needs a cursor anyway? All right, guys. So, oh my. Gosh darn it. Hold on. I am so sorry, guys. I'm having a bit of an issue here, to say the least, where it's messing up when I'm in the Zoom chat. I'm losing like my cursor control too. So it's like, I don't know what's going on today. Hold on just one more second. All right. For the 90th time, let's see if we can't make this work, guys. Hold on. Here we go. Try it one more time. Sharing the screen again. Luck be a lady tonight. Long weekend be a lady tonight. And slideshows are fun. Play from the rules slide so we can continue as normal. You know what? I can work with this for now. I can work with this. All right. As you can see, teams or whoever you live with, whoever you contact from your home as you play, do not invite friends over to play with you or you'll be disqualified. No online resource help, internet phone apps of any kind, including during the breaks. You're at home, so you're marking your own answers, partly in good faith. The game has 6 rounds of 10 questions. Each round is 10 points and no half points unless otherwise noted. Teams play along at home in a doc file on their computers. It's recommended you download and use the player answer sheet template found in the Google Drive link on Loons' Facebook page. After 3 rounds, and again at the end of trivia, teams competing must email submit their answers and updated score when possible within 5 minutes to stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. Yes, I checked that on my end. That's how we keep each other honest, after which point answers will be revealed once you've done that. That happens at the halfway point. That happens at the end around 10 o'clock. Only teams that have done this both times will be eligible to win a prize. In this case, that's that case of beer that we talked about. There's a 15-minute break in the middle for Zoom players to socialize. Probably going to be 10 minutes since we're starting late and everything's wacky. After 6 rounds, a final trivia round occurs where each team may obtain extra points on a single question, followed by a tiebreaker, just in case that get closest, highest or lower. Quizmaster's discretion for tiebreakers, that kind of thing. After having already emailed answers twice and discovered your final score, click on the Google Forms doc in the same Google Drive folder link from earlier and submit your final score, team name, and email within 5 minutes. The Quizmaster sees all the results. That's me. I see them all tallied in real time in that document. And I score check the winners. That takes an extra couple of minutes, unfortunately. And I announce every team name at the very end there, as well as the night's winning team and the scores of the top 3 teams. Keep in mind, only the first place team is walking away with a chance to win that case of beer. So yeah, do your best, have fun, play it fairly. It's a good rule in general. And yeah, let's get to the categories tonight. Here we go. Number 1, general knowledge. 2, movie role preparations. 3, name the European landmark from 3 of its landmarks. So kind of a trifecta of details there, and you'll have to guess the landmark. Who's been to Europe? Maybe you. I don't know. Number 4, coming back from the break. There's no nothing during the break if you're used to the old school in-bar trivia. Yeah, we're leaving it open for your social time there. You can chat with people on Zoom or on YouTube, message people. I don't know, whatever YouTube does. The audio round after the break, songs with flowers in the title. Name the song and the band/artist. That's a half point for each. The only half-point round, mind you. Celebrity Feuds is number 5. Number 6, Netflix comedy specials. And then final trivia, which is a wager up to 10 points. And a tiebreaker, those are both surprises when we get there. Also keep in mind, general boilerplate rules, always go for full names. Generally speaking, that's your safest way to go. Exceptions might be like pop stars, royal family members, etc., ancient philosophers. Generally speaking, I'll let you know if it's an exception. And always, yeah, be specific. Specificity is your friend. Just err on the side of being specific, and there's no chance that there can be any kind of point snafu at the end if you're tied for one of those top spots. I don't want to be that guy. I always feel really bad when I have to be like, oh, well, you didn't do this right. That being said, spelling, not a big deal, as long as it phonetically spells right. There's no one like English majoring checking your I's before E's. I don't even care about your C's, just your best. Cool. Those are the categories. I'm tempted to ask people if they're ready for trivia, but you know what? I think I know the answer. So those of you that can see each other on Zoom that are ready for trivia, hey, cheers to you. Let's get started. So tasty. Hopefully you can see me too. I will mind you, I'm having some technical difficulties that are making it difficult for me to open the chat right now. So if somebody's like bumped out and tried to log back in, I will get to you eventually, but maybe not fast enough. I'm going to take one last look to make sure I'm not leaving anyone behind here. Yeah, something weird is happening with my screens tonight. I can tell you that much. Just checking now. You can see my face once again. I'm unmuting you. Does anyone have any questions before we get started finally? No?
No.
No questions? You guys ready for trivia?
Always.
Hey, there we go. That'll do. All right, you're muted again. Let's get to it, guys. Thanks for all your patience. And those of you that have come in late, that all worked out, kind of. All right, sharing the screen once again. Let's get to it. Here we go. Category 1, general knowledge, things that we know generally. I repeated the question twice, and at the end of the round, there is that last little moment. Oh, now my cursor works fine. That's ironic. All right. Do your best, guys. Here we go. Believe in yourselves. Question number 1. Bill Clinton famously played the saxophone during a June 1992 appearance on what late-night talk show? I repeat, number 1. Bill Clinton famously played the sax during a June 1992 appearance on what late-night talk show? What's that show? What did they call that particular late-night talk show? If you're like me, spending a lot of time in a basement apartment, your late night might seem a lot like your everyday. Natural light is a funny thing. Without it, you can't really tell what's going on if you don't go outside for a day. Anyway, hopefully you know this one. Final guesses. Moving on, question 2, quote, best friends first, mother and daughter second, end quote, was the tagline for what comedy drama series starring Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel? Pardon me, Bledel. To repeat, number 2, best friends first, mother and daughter second, quote unquote, was the tagline for what comedy drama series starring Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel? Name that show. And if anything comes up where for some reason you can't hear me, please put up some sort of a flare. Let me know that things have gone horribly wrong. But I think, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're okay right now. Final guesses for that one. Moving on, question 3. Which 2 U.S. presidents have stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Full names. I know it's only 1 point for 2 people. Doesn't seem fair, but try your best to repeat. Number 3, which 2 American presidents have stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Take your shot. I know some teams are big fans of keeping things mute here in the Zoom and then just kind of keeping things live with each other that are communicating on the internet. Super great, not against the rules even a little bit. That being said, if you're comfortable with your face and or voice in the Zoom call, I know there's some YouTube preferential people that like the illusion that they, like the broadcast, that they're part of the community side, but maybe for whatever reason, maybe they're bad with Zoom, maybe they don't feel comfortable. Maybe it's my dad. Maybe my dad's having a little trouble zooming it up. Either which way, if you pop your face online sometimes. It's nice for people. Final guesses. Moving on, question 4. In 2001, what golf course in California became the first public course to be selected as the #1 golf course in America by Golf Digest magazine? Name it. I repeat, number 4, in 2001, what golf course in California became the first public course to be selected as the #1 golf course in America by Golf Digest magazine? Name it. What is that golf course called? Are you a golf fan? How's your pitch? You pitching well? You like a nice wedge from time to time? For some people, a wedge is just a tasty potato snack. For other people, it's a difficult iron and a difficult shot. So let's see what you know. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 5. The character Randall Flagg has appeared in 9 Stephen King novels. What 1978 novel marked his first appearance? I repeat, number 5. The character Randall Flagg has appeared in 9 Stephen King novels. What 1978 novel marked his first appearance? Name that book. Which book could it possibly be? They are all so spooky sometimes. Spooky guy. Final guesses. Moving on, number 6. Barbie is the most profitable toy line for what toy manufacturing company? Name that company. To repeat, number 6, Barbie is the most profitable toy line for what toy manufacturing company? Name that company responsible for Barbie. Come on, who knows their Barbie? Slash Ken, slash the whole Barbie family. I admit I don't really know a lot of the ancillary characters in the Barbie universe, but they're out there, man. There's a whole world of Barbie-oriented people. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 7. The largest shootout in Secret Service history took place in 1950 when 2 Puerto Rican nationalists attempted to assassinate what American president? As you can tell, we have an American trivia company. I am not an American myself, but anyway, to repeat, number 7, the largest shootout in Secret Service history took place in 1950 when 2 Puerto Rican nationalists attempted to assassinate what American president? Name that U.S. president. Who could it be? Who were those nationalists gunning for back in 1950? Final guesses. Moving on, number 8. What greeting card company acquired Crayola in 1984? I repeat, number 8. What greeting card company acquired Crayola in 1984? Name that company with the cards and the Crayola. I mean, it makes sense, right? If you got any kind of greeting card company, and you're trying to break out into a younger market, who's going to fill out that greeting card? You want to get kids filling them out, so you get your Crayola in there. It's just smart business. That makes sense. Kids splurging on those crayons. Kids and their crayon money. It's a thing. Final guesses. Moving on, number 9. The Falklands War was a 10-week undeclared war in 1982 between the United Kingdom and what country? I repeat, number 9. The Falklands War was a 10-week undeclared war in 1982 between the UK and what country? Name that other country. Talking about war, if you're a war buff, this one could be right up your alley. Falklands War. No relation to Peter Falk, but I do love The Princess Bride. Final guesses for this one. And finally, number 10, last one of the round. Pain perdu is the French name for what popular brunch dish? I repeat, number 10, pain perdu is the French name for what popular brunch dish? Can you hear my great French accent coming through on that one? Pain perdu. Oh boy. All right, and a quick little recap if you tuned in late or you just missed it. These were your questions for the round. Number 1, once again, name the show, Bill Clinton, saxophone, late night talk show. Number 2, what was that comedy drama series with Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel? Number 3, 2 U.S. presidents, Hollywood Walk of Fame, name them. 4, name that golf course that got into the magazine. Number 5, we're talking about what 1978 Stephen King novel had that character show up. Number 6, Barbie from what manufacturing company, what toy company? Number 7, name the American president involved in that assassination attempt. Number 8, greeting card company, name it, that acquired Crayola. Number 9, Falklands War, UK versus what country? And number 10, name the brunch dish, the most common name that is not the French name for pain perdu. I would expect that's an English name, not the pain perdu part. Well, you write the English part down. That's how that goes. And how this part goes is you're done round 1. Great job, everybody. You're unmuted for a moment. Well done.
The first round is done. Just try to get onto that link that I sent you.
There we go.
Okay. I'm
Round
in.
1. Dunzo. Lots of funzo. I'm going to meet you guys again and get right to it. Also, if you joined late, I saw someone, last name McIntosh, Louise McIntosh, somewhere in here, someone that just joined. I didn't get to them because I was in the middle of round 1. I apologize. Not a lot I can do at this point. I would say hope for the best, and maybe if you've got a friend who's on your team that was already in there earlier, maybe they might have helped you out. Moving on, let's get to round 2, guys. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry, just want to make sure everything's fine. You're still muted for one more second. Okay. All right, moving on. Hopefully that's just showing on my end. Movie role preparations, category number 2. I've been more of a TV guy, although I look forward to the day when I have a cool movie role to prepare for and promo to you guys in a call just like this one. All right, here we go. Round 2, 10 more questions coming at you. Let's see how we do. Good luck to you. Question the first. Robert De Niro went on a binge eating trip around Italy and gained 60 pounds to portray boxer Jake LaMotta in his later years in what 1980 film? I repeat, number 1, Robert De Niro went on a binge eating trip around Italy and gained 60 pounds to portray boxer Jake LaMotta in his later years in what 1980 film? Name that movie from 1980. Whew. Stuck at home during COVID. It's very tempted to put the old cart before the horse on that one. Got to book a role that works with what I've been working with. That's the way that goes. Final guesses for this one. Name that movie, 1980. Robert De Niro. Moving on, question 2. Anne Hathaway shaved her head and lost 25 pounds on an incredibly restrictive diet for her role as Fantine in what 2012 film? I repeat, number 2, Anne Hathaway shaved her head and lost 25 pounds on an incredibly restrictive diet for her role as Fantine in what 2012 film? Name that movie. Didn't mean to raise my voice so high on that one. She's just so small already. At 25 pounds. I went full Mickey Mouse on you there. Who's got it? Who remembers 2012? 8 years ago. Long time or not so long ago? A lot of time to reflect during these kinds of times. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, question 3. What actress got 12 piercings and learned martial arts for her role as Lisbeth Salander in the 2011 Hollywood adaptation of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? I repeat, number 3. What actress got those 12 piercings and learned martial arts for her role as Lisbeth Salander in the 2011 Hollywood adaptation of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? Name that actress. Who could it be? Who could it be now? Can't wait for that audio round, right? Imagine the audio round was just me singing that, songs like that for a full 10 minutes. Maybe one day. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, question 4. Margot Robbie suffered a herniated disc in her neck from the 5 months of ice skating training she underwent to prepare for what 2017 film? I repeat, number 4, Margot Robbie suffered a herniated disc in her neck from the 5 months of ice skating training she underwent to prepare for what 2017 film? Name that movie. I mean, I'm no hernia expert, but I feel like the neck would be one of the more painful places to be herniating. But, you know, I'd imagine it's all pretty bad. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 5. Anthony Hopkins studied serial killers, prisoners, and even reptiles for his iconic role as what character in The Silence of the Lambs? Full name, please. To repeat, number 5, Anthony Hopkins studied serial killers, prisoners, and even reptiles for his iconic role as what character in The Silence of the Lambs? Name that character. I saw this notice in one of those like weird Toronto Facebook groups. Someone posting posters they've seen near some of the parks being like, oh, lizard people, we see you. And yeah, I don't even know. Have I seen a lizard person? And if I have, would they even be hiding it that much? I know we're kind of living in a bit of a lizard world right now. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, question 6. Daniel Day-Lewis, DDL himself, worked in a butcher's shop for several weeks and studied with knife throwers for his role in what Martin Scorsese film? I repeat, number 6, Daniel Day-Lewis worked in a butcher's shop for several weeks and studied with knife throwers for his role in what Martin Scorsese film? Name that movie. Scorsese, potato, Italian potato. Name it. Name that movie. DDL. The guy, the man. Does anyone talk about him like that but me? Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 7. The 2017 documentary Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond, chronicled Jim Carrey's decision to stay in character as Andy Kaufman during the entire production of what 1999 film? I repeat, number 7, the 2017 documentary Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond, chronicled Jim Carrey's decision to stay in character as Andy Kaufman during the entire production of what 1999 film? Name that movie. What movie came out back in 1999? These were good years for Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey Prime, 1999. Pre-2000s. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 8. For what movie did Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman learn each other's lines so they could interrupt and speak over each other in character while filming? I repeat, number 8. For what movie did Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman learn each other's lines so they could interrupt and speak over each other in character while filming? Name that movie. Now, for the record, it's kind of talked about here like this is a really big deal. Like the question's like, oh man. But FYI, a lot of actors learn each other's lines just from like doing these scenes over and over and over again. If you don't know your scene partner's lines by the end of a scene, by the end of a shoot day of any kind, you're probably not paying attention. So just a little FYI, not that big a deal. Final guesses for this one. Love that I'm just dropping burns on Robert Redford right now. Like, probably shouldn't do that. Moving on, number 9. Quote, I knew I had to transform my body to get myself into her physical skin, end quote, said Charlize Theron of her 30-pound weight gain to play serial killer Eileen Wuornos in what 2003 film? I repeat, number 9. I knew I had to transform my body to get myself into her physical skin, end quote, gross, said Charlize Theron of her 30-pound weight gain to play serial killer Eileen Wuornos in what 2003 film? Name that movie. Which movie had that particularly scary / 30-pound heavier Eileen Wuornos / Charlize Theron? Name that film. Final guesses. And finally, number 10, last one of the round. What actor learned to build a fire, shoot a musket, and speak 2, not 1, but 2 Native American languages for his role as frontiersman Hugh Glass in The Revenant? Name that actor. I repeat, number 10, what actor learned to build a fire, shoot a musket, and speak 2 Native American languages for his role as frontiersman Hugh Glass in The Revenant? Name that actor. Playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. And yeah, I've got a little bit of bear fear in me right now. But before we move on, or I go down a weird Red Dead rabbit hole here, let's do that quick recap for anyone that was, again, like just not paying attention, tuning in late, whatever you want. To repeat, number 1, name the 1980 film. De Niro gained a lot of weight. Number 2, Anne Hathaway lost a bunch of weight. 2012, name the movie. Number 3, name the actress who got all those piercings, etc. Dragon tattoo. Number 4, Margot Robbie herniated her neck. Name the movie, 2017. Number 5, Anthony Hopkins, which role in Silence of the Lambs? Name that character. 6, we're looking for the name of the Scorsese film with Daniel Day-Lewis in a butcher shop training. Number 7, we're looking for the name of the 1999 film that helped make the 2017 documentary happen, Andy Kaufman. Number 8, what movie did Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman learn each other's lines? Whatever. Number 9, I'm so flippant about it. Number 9, we're looking for the name of the movie in 2003, a lot of weight gain by Charlize Theron, serial killer. And finally, number 10, name the actor who learned to do all that cool old-timey stuff, fires, muskets, First Nations languages, etc. The Revenant, name the actor. And with that, guys, good news, everyone, as they say in Futurama. Remember that show? You guys are done this round. You're unmuted for a moment. You're unmuted. Woo!
Yep.
Yeah!
Oh no. Oh no. Why are we unmuted?
You're unmuted because you finished the round. We're just celebrating for a moment. That's all. Don't worry, I'll mute you again. It's like it never happened. 3, 2, 1, and you're muted. I like that Ryan Fox snuck in a quick little. We got 10 more questions coming at you, and then we're taking a break after that. Well, you get some answers, and then we'll take a break. Here we go. Let's share them. Let's get them going. We're just cooking along here, making up for the last time off the beginning there. Sorry again about that. Technology, right? Robots. What's even happening? Oh, did that work? Am I sharing? Yeah, I am sharing. All right. Cool. Final category of the first half. Category 3, name the European city from 3 of its landmarks. Not 1, not 2Z, but 3Z. Let's see how well we do when faced with that challenge. Just organizing my screens here, just a second. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Other way. Yeah, that'll do. All right, here we go. Category 3. Good luck to you guys. Final 10 questions. You're getting 3 landmarks named to you, and then you name the European city. Here we go. Question 1. Brandenburg Gate, the Reichstag, and Checkpoint Charlie. Name that European city. I repeat. Number 1, Brandenburg Gate, the Reichstag, Checkpoint Charlie. Name it. Just the European city. We don't need the country. You probably know the country if you know the city, but we are just looking for the city. So write that city down. If you want, you can think of this as kind of like we're fantasy traveling, like those flights that got canceled. They were never canceled. Here you're traveling right now. You're going here, and then you're going to 9 more destinations. See, it's kind of like Trivia's a vacation. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, question 2. The Parthenon, the Theater of Dionysus, the Temple of Athena Nike. Name that city, that European city. To repeat, the Parthenon, the Theater of Dionysus, the Temple of Athena Nike. Oh, and FYI, if you did have any trouble downloading the Word document that I suggest you fill in your trivia information into, again, even if you just like wrote it in an email and make sure you send it on when you're prompted to send it, that's fine. You don't need that document. That's just there to make it easier for you. And it's the exact same document as regular trivia goers had back during the in-bar Loons trivia days. So FYI. Final guesses for this one. Name the city, European city. Moving on, number 3, Sagrada Familia, National Art Museum of Catalonia, and La Rambla, which I believe translates to the Rambo, some kind of Rambo film reference. To repeat, Sagrada Familia, National Art Museum of Catalonia, and La Rambla. Name that European city. Who's got it? Who's familiar? Who's sitting at home with their Sagrada Familia? I don't know what I'm saying. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, question 4. St. Basil's Cathedral, Red Square, and Bolshoi Theater. Those are the 3 monuments, or landmarks, I should say, named the city. To repeat, St. Basil's Cathedral, Red Square, Bolshoi Theater. Name that European city. I suppose if the cathedral had a kick-ass garden, it could be pronounced St. Basil's Cathedral. I try not to think that hard. But I see some faces shaking no. Maybe not. Maybe there's no garden. They could have a garden. You don't know what they might be planning. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 5, the Pantheon, Trevi Fountain, or Trevi Fountain, the Colosseum. Should know how to pronounce this middle one because it's been a while, but I've definitely said it before. To repeat, the Pantheon, not the Pantheon, the Pantheon, Trevi Fountain, the Colosseum. Maybe it's Trevi. Guys, I'm having a night. Name that European city. Question 5. Who's got it? Who knows that place in Europe with all 3 of those things? Final guesses. Moving on, number 6, Christiansborg Palace, Tivoli Gardens, the Little Mermaid statue. I repeat, number 6, Christiansborg Palace, Tivoli Gardens, the Little Mermaid statue. Name that European city. Trick question, it's Disney World. No, that's a lie. Probably not Disney World. No, name the European city. I mean, the statue might be in the parking lot of like a European Disney. I don't know. Guys, I don't travel enough. Oh, I see nodding for that one. Okay. Who's got it? Final guesses. Moving on, number 7, Trafalgar Square, Big Ben, and Buckingham Palace. Could be anywhere. Honestly, I think they got one of those in Hamilton, all 3 of them. Final guesses for this one. Trafalgar Square, Big Ben, Buckingham Palace. Name that city. Moving on, number 8. 3 to go here, guys. Vasa Museum, Ostermalm, and the Ericsson Globe. I think I had a cell phone made by one of those at one point. To repeat, Vasa Museum, Ostermalm, and the Ericsson Globe. Name that country, or sorry, not country, name that European city that has all 3 of those. Maybe you're like, oh, I can piece together certain countries there, but do you know your cities? That's the question. Final guesses for that one. 2 to go here. Moving on, number 9, the penultimate question of the front half. Albert Dock, Cavern Club, Penny Lane. Name that European city. To repeat, Albert Dock, Cavern Club, Penny Lane. Those are the landmarks. Name the European city. Ooh, where could it be now? Tweet, 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 tweet. Final guesses. And finally, number 10, last one of the front half. Centre Pompidou, Arc de Triomphe. I'm so sorry. Eiffel Tower. Name the European city. To repeat, Centre Pompidou, Arc de Triomphe, Eiffel Tower. Name it. Name that European city. Here's your fast recap. And I mean real fast because I'm not going to say each one again. I'm just going to show you. Here, once again, is... Oh, there we go. Number 1 again, name the European city. Number 2 again, name the European city. Number 3, again, name the European city. Number 4. Number 5. 6. 7. 8. Very scolding for that one. 8. Number 9. And lastly, this once again is number 10. And with that, guys, you are done with this round. That means you're at the half, basically. Good job, everybody. You're unmuted. Woo!
Yay! Smoking a beer.
Through it. Our computer's messed up.
I see you were
We all
smoking.
got confused. Some people left behind. We still got it.
All right.
Oh, I hear a siren. Is that a light? You know what that siren means, guys? That's the authorities letting us know that you've got answers coming. But before you get those answers,
No, wait, maybe I really need
And then
them.
your answers.
they're coming. You need your answers before we're on break. And here's how that works if you're not familiar. So the answers, excuse me for a second. There we go. So you've got 5 minutes here. This is one of the checks and balances, especially if you're playing for keeps. You've got to email in your answers to stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. Now, the reason we do this isn't because I'm about to go read every one of your answers right now. The reason we do this is because if you're in first at the end of the night, I need to be able to look back and be like, hey, they're not cheating. Their answers haven't changed between first half, second half. I know you're not a cheater. I'm not worried about it. But at the same time, that's part of the system. And just in case, because, people, our math sucks after a beer or two. It's helpful to look back and be like, oh, this is accurate. This is good. So it's 9:02 right now. I'm going to say 9:07 at latest. YouTube, if you're following along on YouTube, you're 30 seconds behind. But still, 9:07. Get it emailed into me right now, stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. Whatever you got for answers. If you're playing for keeps, trying to win that case of beer, you got to do that. Clock's ticking. Good luck. stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. I'm going to leave you unmuted in the meantime with my video off. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm always changing that.
Yeah.
We back? Oh, we are back with Ryan is unmuted though, so let's just.
I'm unmuted.
Here's people are.
Oh, hi.
I checked
Oh,
the
wait.
authority, and Ray says it was Truman.
Wait, that's so. Don't talk answers yet until Ryan mutes himself on Zoom, because people might still be able to hear him. Because we sent in our answers, so we're good to look stuff up, but we want to.
I totally didn't know that we were on mute.
So, because Ryan's computer isn't, people might be able to hear us through the computer.
We can't have that.
I'm reading this too now.
Ryan, mute. Ryan, mute. There we go.
Just 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes to get those answers in. stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. 2 minutes, and then we're coming back with the real answers, quick break, and some audio trivia after that. Hurry up, 2 minutes.
Silence of the Lambs. I have to see who it was.
King. Oh, Christ.
Less than 30 seconds left, guys. Get those answers in. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Hopefully you got your answers in there. I'm taking a look. And I think it is 9:08 right now. So as of 9:08, you are too late, unless those answers are literally showing up as my fingertips are typing here. I think we're good, though. Just checking. Yeah. Okay. Okay, looks good. We've got over 10 teams competing. That's what I like to see. Let's take a look at our answers, shall we? Let's see how we did. All right. So I'm just going to be broadcasting once again, showing you. There we go. All right, guys, here we go. Starting with round one. These were your answers for round one, and we'll see how you did. Hopefully you did pretty well. Oh, I forgot to mute you. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. And you're muted again. There you go. So we won't hear you coughing over top the answers or anything. Here we go. So round one, these were your answers. 1, the Arsenio Hall Show. 2, Gilmore Girls. 3, Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump, unfortunately. 4, Pebble Beach is that golf course. 5 was The Stand. It's a hefty book. Number 6, Mattel. Number 7, Harry Truman. Number 8, Hallmark. Number 9 was Argentina. And number 10, just checking something. My screen's looking kind of funny. Number 10 was French toast. That's French toast there. Total that out of 10 for yourself. Take a look. Take a long look. Breathe it in. And moving on. Round 2. Here are your answers. Here we go. Number 1, Raging Bull. Number 2, Les Miserables. Number 3, Rooney Mara. Got a lot of piercings for that one. Number 4, I, Tonya. Number 5, Hannibal Lecter. 6, Gangs of New York, DDL. Number 7, Man on the Moon, if you believe, Man on the Moon. Number 8, All the President's Men. Number 9, Monster. And number 10, Leo DiCaprio. I'll accept Leo if you want Leo instead of Leonardo, obviously. Total that out of 10. I did ask for the full Hannibal Lecter, though. If you just wrote Hannibal, even though there is a film titled just after the name, still technically that's an X if you forgot the Lecter. Yeah, unless you're tied for a first place thing, it's probably not going to come up. But anyway, keep it in mind. Moving on, your final 10 answers here. Round 3. 1 was Berlin, 2 Athens, 3 Barcelona, 4 was Moscow, 5 Rome, 6 Copenhagen, 7 London, 8 Stockholm, 9 was Liverpool, and 10 was Paris, of course. Total that out of 10. Total the first half out of 30. And feel good, guys. Because however you're doing better than my computer was an hour ago. So great job. All right, now it is that time where it is break time. I'm going to come back at 9:20 exactly. It's 9:11, so it's kind of a bit of a fast break. But again, we're trying to shave off some time so we get finished on time here. Keep in mind, if you're on Zoom, also that if you've got things unmuted and your face on there, believe me, awesome. But at the same time, make sure that you just keep in the back of your brain, anyone can be watching it because it's live streaming to YouTube. So maybe don't reveal your SIN code and passcodes and personal, all of your sexual histories, whatever you want. Just use some discretion because it's YouTube as well. All right, cool. I'm going to put some music on. You guys, I am stopping my share. There we go. Cool, you're unmuted. See you guys at 9:20. Cheers.
What?
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do the Jurassic Park theme.
I don't know that one.
It's the going away theme, the beautiful one. Or you can do a Duel of the Fates, right?
Is someone going to play the Jurassic Park theme?
No, she's going to play Duel of You went Star Wars instead.
What I'm loving about this is that Christina's got her mic
Right.
muted.
Yeah.
Clearly she's playing for you, Ryan, and we're all hearing it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't, please, more.
You need to hear it all twice is what's important here.
That's great. Now I don't know whether to play music or not. This is too
No, we have a personal serenader here. Maestro, if you please.
You have to play it again.
Now do the King of the Hill theme song.
I can do that.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I thought it was muted.
No, you're not mute. Do it, Scott. Yeah.
Oh, yes, jam.
Roller coasters.
I remember that one. I learned that to play when we were baking the pot pans. That was Connor's. Oh, they're champions. But I was like, shouldn't why? Christina, play Freebird. Freebird.
Good.
How long is the break for?
9:20.
Where is it there? Okay.
How are you? I'm
Fucked it up at the end.
I didn't do a lot today.
Nobody did.
I did my pictures of Greek mythology class, and I did a little illustrators. I did my Greek mythology class and like a little bit of illustrator stuff, but that was it. That was it. Cleaned my kitchen and
The others that don't show up are on YouTube.
pictures. That was it.
Because I have this new device now. I took some time to try to learn how to draw properly in what's it called?
Oh, you have one of those things. Fancy.
Yeah, but in Fresco. So I'm starting to fuck around with pencils and inks in it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever. Just trying to figure out form and character and shit like that. But
That's fun.
yeah.
One of them.
And like, you know, the ink layer is not very good yet, but yeah, I'm fucking around with it. But I need to learn how to like do proper painting with it and stuff like that. Because I've never been good at that. Line art, one thing, but
I had to do a bunch of weird stuff for Umbrella Academy where they wanted to have these, they were like, oh, we need to have this like really old painted cow in this butcher shop, and it needs beautiful
Rose, Rose,
Yeah.
you're not on mute on the Zoom call with the stuff that you can talk about.
yeah, don't talk. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, right. Okay, I don't know that stuff that's coming.
but
I would not give a
now that we know that, tell us everything about Umbrella Academy season 2.
No, there's just there's like a butcher shop, and they wanted to have like an old tiny painted, nice looking cow. And the cow that my production designer really wanted was on Instagram, or not Instagram, on iStock, and it was like an old, like it had to look like watercolor, beautiful painted cow. I'm like, I don't have time to do that. So, but I learned how to take like an etching and like I used the blend brush, like watercolor blend brush, and I basically made it look like the black and white water, and then I painted over top of it essentially with layers and like multiply. It worked really well.
That's great.
It looked like it was needed.
What were you using?
It was Photoshop, but I was just like fucking around with the blend brush, and it worked really well.
There's an amazing brush.
Rosalie, how long?
What?
What?
So Rosalie has acrylic nails and hasn't had been able to take them off because of quarantine. And so we're basically saying that her nails are the predictor of when we'll be out of this.
Oh, I see.
So
we've got another third to go.
Oh my God. How do you not just chew that off?
No, you can't. It's fused.
Interesting.
It's bonded to me. It is now part of me.
I see.
I have to wait for my body to reject it.
And then
Like a liver transplant or an acrylic nail, exactly the same.
Like my belly button ring that I don't own anymore.
Tell us all the story of that.
I still have a real big scar.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm just getting warm.
You're just talking like you're high.
What?
Oh, I got rid of my Yellowstone shirt. I don't know why.
You monster.
I think I gave it to him.
It's like you got rid of a part of our friendship.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought we had BFF shirts this whole time. I wouldn't be wearing it otherwise.
She secretly hates this shirt.
It's really comfortable. I'm because I'm at my parents' house. I have like 4 shirts right now, and this is in the rotation. It's very comfy.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with that.
Yeah, I guess you just stop.
Too bad. He's not too bad. I have such a donation pile when all this is over.
Every day.
A lot of my clothes shrunk over the past 9 weeks.
Value Village.
Yes.
But everyone will.
We have a ton of. I'm giving most of my parents' stuff to Allison. She's taking our dollhouse now. The dollhouse that my parents made for Lizzie and I when we were kids. It's this like really nice dollhouse. And Caleb, I was like, does Caleb want a dollhouse? She's like, oh my God, yeah. So I'm bringing her like all these dishes, like basically everything that my parents had in the basement. So good. Oh my God. They're
amazing. So
they're not hoarders, they're accumulators. They just accumulate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smoke another cigarette because because that's what I do.
I know.
Boring, obviously.
Ryan, can you put us on mute while you do that? On your Zoom call?
I can.
Please?
Oh, I thought we were already on mute.
No, ma'am.
No, that's why
Welcome back, everybody. Pump up the jam, indeed. Pump up your long weekend / forever unemployment if you have an industry that's affected by everything going on. Hopefully you enjoyed your break. Hopefully you enjoyed your long weekend. Again, yeah, in the Zoom chat, feel free to share your stories of your long weekends if you have any. I'm sure we'd all love to live vicariously. Yeah, I'll say for myself, going into this audio round, which is coming up right now, that I did not do anything crazy. I took in my bike to get repaired at one of the shops that's open during everything. I'll personally vouch for Metro Cycle TO down in Parkdale. Big fan. I've got a good friend that works there. And yeah, also a little extra promo. I'll throw this out there before I also do one last, I have a routine thing I do after the break of the week, but I'll also toss out that the Assembly Theater, which I've mentioned before that I work with from time to time, they have a fun online event happening this weekend, unaffiliated from Loons or anything like that. They have an event that is called Operation 24. They've done this live many times at various venues, and they're doing it this weekend. You can check their Facebook page for the details, but long story long, I'll be writing for it. I'll be one of the writers. There's lots of fun teams of actors, and we're doing a kind of Zoom equivalent medium of the premise, which is writing and producing a one-act play that's like a short theater short in I think it's 10 minutes each short. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty fun. This is all, it's written, it's all fresh theater, fresh drama, fresh comedy, fresh stuff in general. And there's 2 different nights. So take a look. It's all happening this coming weekend. And I'm only running for one of the nights, so feel free to check out, take a look at the talent list. That's all on their Facebook page. Assembly Theater, that's on Facebook in Parkdale. Not to be confused with the Improv Company, which also does great things. And lastly, I'll unmute you for this really briefly because I like to do it every week. It's the thing that people do. A little Bose cheer for all of our frontline workers, including people that are working right now. I know I put you on a pedestal, but you're doing hard work. And you're unmuted. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Frontline workers. Cheers. And for those of you that are affected industry-wise, I promise we'll return just as we were once before. All right, you're muted. All right, here's the deal, guys. So we're going to do the audio round now. Just a reminder, this is a round where it's 10-second clips. Each clip will be played twice, and at the end of it, there's a quick little medley of it all stitched together. That round tonight, specifically, happens to be called Beep-a-doo-doo-doo. Pardon me, just pulling out my analog version of it. Songs with flowers in the title. Name the song and the band / artist. So that's pretty straightforward, right? I will be playing these clips. You're going to see the screen will be shared once again. If you can't hear anything, if that's everyone, please let me know right away. Other than that, yeah, just listen to the clips. Half a point for the artist, half a point for the song title, and each title of the song will have flowers or a flower, something flower oriented in the song title. All right, here we go. Let me share the other screen for you. Just a quick second here, guys. Oh, just a second. There we go. All right, hold on. Let me get it for you here. I thought I had it open already, but it doesn't seem. Oops, what is. Oh, all right. Well, there it is, one way or another. Sharing it with you right now. Hold on one more second. Glitchy, glitchy. Fingers getting itchy. All right. That's a phrase, right? Do people say that thing? Ooh, nope, other way. All right, good luck to you guys. Here we go. Coming at you. Round 4. Remember, songs with flowers in the title. Question number 1. Name the song and the artist. Here we go. All right, you're going to hear it again. Coming at you second time through, number 1. Name the artist and the song title. Title's got flowers in it. Here we go, number 1, second time through. Can everyone hear that okay? Thumbs up if you can hear it okay. Yep, all right, that'll do for me. Moving on, number 2. Here we go, artist and title.
Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down. But Mom, there's a tear every time that I blink.
Every time. That's a lot of sad blinking. Here we go, second time through, number 2.
Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down. But Mom, there's a tear every time that I blink.
Oh, the more you know. Name that one. Moving on, number 3. Here we go.
I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door, I can't take anymore, it's not you.
Second time through, number 3. Flowers in the title. Here we go.
I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door, I can't take anymore, it's not you.
So good. Moving on, number 4. Flowers in the title. Name the artist. Name the song title. Here we go.
The light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's high enough.
Never heard that one before. Let's hear it again. Number 4. Here we go.
The light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's high enough.
It's a classic that I've never heard of before. Moving on, number 5. Here we go. 5.
We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside.
Second time through, number 5.
We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside.
5 to go, guys. Hopefully you're doing okay so far. More flowers coming with these May showers. Number 6, here we go.
Well, it's good for you, babe. You're feeling all right.
Now, this one's a bit of a tricky one. I'm going to be real nice about this. In the case of duets, where they're both listed as the artist, generally speaking, you're supposed to name both artists. We're a pretty smart crowd, so I'm going to be rude about this one. You've got to name both of the duet artists to get that half point. I know. That's me. I'm rude sometimes. Let's hear it again. Number 6. Both of the artists in the duet and the song title. Here we go.
Well, it's good for you, babe. You're feeling all right.
Their names to know. Let's move on. Number 7. Here we go. Let's hear it again. Number 7. Computer didn't like that one at the end there. Let's hear number 8. 3 to go, guys. Number 8, flowers, title, artist as well. Here we go.
Give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that
Let's hear it again. Second time through, number 8.
I give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that
Painful Memories. I love that movie. 2 to go, number 9. Here we go. Second time through, number 9. And finally, track 10, last one of the round. Second time through, number 10. And your medley, here's your last chance of it all slapped together. Here we go. Number 1 for the last time tonight. Number 1. Number 2.
Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down. But Mom, there's a tear every time that I blink.
Number 3.
I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door. I can't take anymore without you.
Number 4.
The light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's high now.
Number 5.
We both lie silent, still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside.
Number 6.
Now after loving me, let it know. it's good for you, babe. You're feeling alright.
Number 7. Number 8.
Give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that
Number 9. And finally, track 10. And that, folks, is the end of the audio round. Great job. You're unmuted briefly. Good job.
Can't put a flower to Edie.
Well done.
Okay.
Very impressed.
That's pretty solid with that.
At Way Home, yeah. You were at that Way Home, right?
Yeah, I was at all.
I was at stay home.
Yeah, you were at Stay Home. Yes.
You're muted. People are staying home. People are way home. There's a difference, I'm sure. Hold on. Let me get that PowerPoint back again. Oh, where'd it go? There she is. Great job, everybody. Only 2 rounds left. Sorry to keep you waiting there for a second. Getting lost in my technical self tonight, as in frustrated by that self. Just a moment. There we go. All right, sorry guys, that's the last delay, I promise you. Starting off with Celebrity Feuds in category 5. I'm going to share that with you right now. Only 20 more questions left, not counting the final little wager at the end there. Things we tend to pick up on the back end. There we go. You might even be able to cheat a glimpse at the first question there. Hopefully you didn't see it, but either way, you're going to answer it. All right. There we go. That works for me. Here we go, guys. Celebrity Feuds. Good luck to you. Category 5 in your sheet. Here we go. Who's been fighting? Who made the trivia news? Question 1. Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker famously did not get along during the filming of what HBO series? I repeat, number 1. Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker famously did not get along during the filming of what HBO series? Name that show. Sometimes I forget that show is HBO. Don't know why. Just a weird thing with my brain and forgetting things. Final guesses for that one. Who knows the name of that HBO show? Kim Cattrall, Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah. Great on screen together. Apparently not behind the scenes. Moving on. Question 2. What actor confirmed rumors in 2016 that due to disagreements on set, he refused to film scenes with Vin Diesel for the movie The Fate of the Furious? I repeat, what actor confirmed rumors in 2016 that due to disagreements on set, he refused to film scenes with Vin Diesel for the movie The Fate of the Furious? Name that actor. Who's got it? We are looking for full names, as always, on this one. What is their full actorly name? Final guesses for this one. Question 3. What singer's 2015 hit Bad Blood was reportedly inspired by her feud with Katy Perry? I repeat, number 3. What singer's 2015 hit Bad Blood was reportedly inspired by her feud with Katy Perry? Name that singer. Have you heard that song? It's the one where they say bad blood a lot in the chorus. Should jog your memory. That's probably true of most song titles. What's that singer's name? What are they known as? Final guesses. Moving on, number 4. The long-standing feud between brothers Noel and Liam Gallagher had dashed away many music fans' hopes for a reunion of what British rock band? Oh, it's a mouthful. I repeat, number 4. The long-standing feud between brothers Noel and Liam Gallagher has dashed away many music fans' hopes for a reunion of what British rock band? Name that band. Come on, brothers. Figure it out. You're brothers, for Pete's sake. What would Mom think? Talking to you, Gallaghers. Figure it out. Final guesses for this one. Name that rock band. Moving on, number 5. The FX miniseries Feud chronicled the rivalry on the set of the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane between Bette Davis and what actress? I repeat, the FX miniseries Feud chronicled the rivalry on the set of the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane between Bette Davis and what actress? Name the other actress. Are you familiar? Do you know your feuds? Or in this case, singular, because it's the title, your feud. Do you know your feud? Hopefully you don't have any feuds in your life. They don't tend to end well. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 6. A famous Hollywood feud was kicked off in 1959 when what singer divorced Debbie Reynolds to marry Elizabeth Taylor? I repeat, number 6. A famous Hollywood feud was kicked off in 1959 when what singer divorced Debbie Reynolds to marry Elizabeth Taylor? Name that singer. Poor Debbie Reynolds. And that's why they call her and named various snacks after her Little Debbie. I think that's probably a fact. That's where how Little Debbie's got started, was that dramatic relationship shift. It's a delicious treat. Tough divorce, delicious treat, Little Debbie. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 7. Nicole knows what she did, and that's all I'm ever going to say about it, quote unquote, said what socialite in 2005 of her falling out with Nicole Richie, her co-star on The Simple Life. I repeat, quote, Nicole knows what she did, and that's all I'm ever going to say about it, end quote, said what socialite in 2005 of her falling out with Nicole Richie, her co-star on The Simple Life. Name that, that socialite. 2005. I like that. I feel like the title of socialite is deliberately meant to diminish. This person is known for their fame for being social in life. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. Anyway, name them. Final guesses. It's a good burn. It's a subtle trivia burn. Moving on, number 8. Quote, she's a movie star. If she were confident in her acting, she wouldn't be trying to be Martha Stewart, end quote. Said Martha Stewart in 2014 about what founder of the lifestyle brand Goop. I repeat, she's a movie star. If she were confident in her acting, she wouldn't be trying to be Martha Stewart, end quote. Said Martha Stewart in 2014 about what founder of the lifestyle brand Goop. Name that founder of Goop. Although, for the record, Martha Stewart, if you're watching on YouTube out there, actors can do other things, all right? You know, maybe they want to found brands like Goop, or maybe they, you know, want to try and peddle like a cool alternative brand of meats that people didn't know they like to eat yet, you know? And you don't know where the meats come from, but that's not important because, you know, we're all doing our best. Just try my meats, all right? Yeah, I make my own meats. Don't ask where it's from. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 9. A long-lasting feud developed between Alyssa Milano and Shannon Doherty while they were filming what supernatural series together? I repeat, number 9, a long-lasting feud developed between Alyssa Milano and Shannon Doherty while they were filming what supernatural series together? Name that show. That's the thing about supernatural shows, you know, tend to break a lot of friendships. It's just too much, too many forces at work. Take your shot at this one. Final guesses. And finally, number 10, last one of the round. What comedian and regular guest host on The Tonight Show was forever banned from the program by Johnny Carson after she received her own talk show in 1986? Oh my. To repeat, number 10, what comedian and regular guest host on The Tonight Show was forever banned from the program by Johnny Carson after she received her own talk show in 1986? Name that comedian. As in female comedian / just a comedian like everyone else. But hey, down with the patriarchy, right? In any case, it was a different time. Let's do our quick recap. The quickest of recaps. Here's number 1, one more time. Name that HBO show. Kim Cattrall, Sarah Jessica Parker. Boom. Number 2, who didn't want to work with Vin Diesel? Full name, please. Fate of the Furious. Number 3, feud between Katy Perry and who to make Bad Blood? Number 4, what's the British rock band? The Gallaghers. Number 5, FX miniseries feud, Bette Davis versus what actress? Number 6, divorce. So Debbie Reynolds got divorced by what singer to marry Elizabeth Taylor? Number 7, who had the falling out with Nicole Richie? Number 8, who founded Goop? Number 9, who fell out with, what's the supernatural series? Sorry, that busted up Alyssa Milano and Shannon Doherty's relationship. And finally, number 10, once again, we were looking for who got banned from The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson after she got her own talk show in 86. And with that, once again, you are done. Yet another round. I was going to unmute you. I think I covered the button. Yeah, boom, you're unmuted briefly for a moment. You're unmuted again. Good job, everybody.
Hey, good job, everyone. Well done.
What's his name?
That's my line, Ryan.
I know.
Wait,
Stealing your thunder, Hobbs.
How do we collect our winnings if we win?
Ooh, that's
they will get sent to my house, and I will.
I'm muting people for a second because I heard a question that I can speak to. If you win, if you're first place, what happens is at the end of the month, if it's a gift card, this was previous months. If it was a gift card, it would be mailed out to you. If it's a beer delivery, it will be brought to you. Now, we had some challenges with that last month because there was some confusion between whether it was Bose delivering it or our staff. Obviously, our staff aren't really staff right now. So I think our owner had to take on some of that. Oliver, who's fantastic, by the way, he might be on the call. Hi, Oliver, if you're here. Either which way, what's going to be happening for this coming month is the case of beer will be actually delivered to you by Bose reps. That's what I've been told. That's what I'm choosing to believe. Yeah, and if you're first place, then you are up to win that case of beer. Are there consolation prizes for the other first place winners this month that don't get that case? I don't know yet. I'm inquiring. In the meantime, if you're a winner, just know you're eligible. A full case of beer. That's kind of fun. All right. Final 10 questions. Let's get to it, guys. As time's ticking away here. Sharing the screen, going back to it. Cool, cool, cool. Final 10 coming at you. There we go. Netflix comedy specials. What every comedian strives to get to make some money after not making a lot of money for a long time. Unless you teach, which is another way. Here we go. Final 10 questions. Good luck to you. Netflix comedy specials. Question number 1. What star of Everybody Loves Raymond returned to stand up, pardon me, not literally, to stand up in the 2019 Netflix special Right Here Around the Corner? I repeat, number 1, round 6. What star of Everybody Loves Raymond returned to stand up in the 2019 Netflix special Right Here Around the Corner? Name that star. Just moving my can. I had something weird happening where my Bose can was picking up the tones of my voice and echoing it back to me in a weird way. Yeah, hot tip. If you want to make a little speaker for yourself, just talk into a can. That's another wonderful use of the Bose brand. Just, we're getting there. We're almost at the point where Amazon shopping's delayed and we need to make can phones, FYI. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, question 2. What stand-up comedian starred in 2017's The Leather Special? I repeat, number 2, what stand-up comedian starred in 2017's The Leather Special? Name that stand-up. As in comedian. Once again, please resist the urge to Google. Not that I think you are, but don't do it. Final guesses for that one. Moving on, number 3, Equanimity and The Bird Revolution, Revelation, 2 different titles, were 2 stand-up specials released on Netflix in 2017 by what comedian? I repeat, number 3, Equanimity. Oh God, Equanimity. It's one of those things. I've been doing this for too long. Equanimity and The Bird Revelation were 2 stand-up specials released on Netflix in 2017 by what comedian? Name that comedian. And let's never say equanimity again, unless it comes up, and then you can all make fun of me. I haven't been checking the chat very much, so I'm just going to assume that there are no fires and everyone's having a good time. Is that the case? Mostly, yes. Oh, Oliver is here. Hi, Oliver. All right, final guesses for that one. Moving on, question 4. What daytime talk show host returned to stand up with her 2018 Netflix special, Relatable? I repeat, number 4. What daytime talk show host returned to stand up with her 2018 Netflix special, Relatable? Name that individual. Full name, please. As always, unless it's an exception, we're looking for a full name. Final guesses for that one. Moving on, question 5. Tickle Fight was a 2017 Netflix special starring what Scottish comedian / former late night talk show host? I repeat, number 5, Tickle Fight was a 2017 Netflix special starring what Scottish comedian / former late night talk show host? Name that host. / Scottish comedian. You get one of those sneezes that's like slowly taking over your face but doesn't want to come out. Yeah, I mostly sneeze at this point. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 6. 100% Fresh was a 2018 Netflix stand-up special from what comedian known for such films as Billy Madison and The Wedding Singer? Name that comedian. To repeat, number 6. 100% Fresh was a 2018 Netflix stand-up special from what comedian known for such films as Billy Madison and The Wedding Singer? Name that comedian. Even if it seems obvious, you know, in fairness, there were a lot of great comedians in all those films. So, I don't know. Is this helping? Okay, moving on. Number 7, An Evening You Will Forget for the Rest of Your Life was a 2018 Netflix comedy special starring Steve Martin and what comedian? I repeat, An Evening You Will Forget for the Rest of Your Life was a 2018 Netflix comedy special starring Steve Martin and what comedian? Name that other comedian. I see a healthy amount of stretching happening out there. That's good. Stretching is one of the better ways to prepare yourself in the trivia arena. I don't think Matthew Greenwood will ever show his face in Zoom trivia. It'll always be that logo. Final guesses for this one. Moving on, number 8. What comedian returned to stand-up specials after a 10-year break with 2018's Tambourine? I repeat, number 8. What comedian returned to stand-up specials after a 10-year break with 2018's Tambourine? Name that comedian. Taking a break's important sometimes. I would classify my entertainment life as, in terms of live stage performance, maybe too long of a break right now, but breaks are good. Breaks are good. Final guesses for this one. Moving on to number 9, the penultimate question of the back half. Netflix released the comedy special Time Machine in 2020, which was a stand-up comedy set by what former Saturday Night Live cast member? I repeat, number 9, Netflix released the comedy special Time Machine in 2020, which was a stand-up comedy set by what former Saturday Night Live cast member? Name that cast member, that former SNL cast member. Who could it be now? Wow, 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 wow. It's the saxophone. I think that's a saxophone. Can't remember. No? No good? Final guesses for that one. And finally, number 10, last one of the back half of the regular questions. What director behind such films as Knocked Up and Trainwreck returned to stand up in 2017 with the aptly named Netflix special, The Return? I repeat, number 10, what director behind such films as Knocked Up and Trainwreck returned to stand-up in 2017 with the aptly named Netflix special, The Return? Name that director. And your quick recap, this is all you're getting, so take a look. Once again, name that star from Everybody Loves Raymond, et cetera, et cetera. That's one. Number 2, name the stand-up comedian that was in the Leather Special 2017. Number 3, what's the comedian Bird Revelation Equanimity? Number 4, what's the daytime talk show host with Relatable? Number 5, Tickle Fight. Name that Scottish comedian. Number 6, Billy Madison, the wedding singer. Who did it? 100% fresh. Number 7, Steve Martin and who? What other comedian for that special? Number 8, 2018's Tambourine. Which comedian? Number 9, Time Machine 2020. Which former SNL comedian? And number 10, The Return. Name that director. And with that, we return to the end of regular trivia, guys. Great job, everybody. You're unmuted for the briefest of moments.
He definitely has a special out right now, but he's still on the.
That's literally my only contribution to the comedy special.
Oh, you're talking answers. I'll mute you. You're muted again. Sorry, you're muted. I didn't realize there was real answers coming out. Good news, though, guys. You got a wager coming up. You got one last question worth points here. Once again, we call this round Final Trivia. Bow, bow, bow. Take a looky, Lou. Coming at you right now. This is in the final little section in the template there. You might notice this is a wager where you can obtain some extra points. Get ready for Final Trivia. This round, which is a wager question worth up to 10 points max. How many are you going to wager? The category is video game companies. So we'll see how many that you actually know. If you're not a big video game person, I'm so sorry. But on the bright side, you can always guess. You can always wager small. If other people get really screwed up by it and you're doing really well score-wise and you bet small, you might come out on top. Or you never know. Or maybe the other way around. Maybe everyone knows what they're talking about, and I'm so sorry. Let's find out. Here we go, guys. There'll be 1 minute on the clock from the second moment I start talking about it. And yeah, good luck to you. Here we go. The question is, relist the numbers for these logos. So the video game companies they represent are listed alphabetically. Note that these are logos in front of you, a picture around. You're going to relist the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that the video game companies they represent are listed alphabetically. For example, if it was cereals, one of the brands was Cheerios, that might be one of the first brands. But you have to know the logos to know the brands. Otherwise, you're just guessing. Although there's some letters. If you take a look, there's some letters built in there. Good luck to you. 1 minute's on the clock. Here we go. 1 minute. Reorganize those numbers. Take a guess if you don't know what you're doing. $30 seconds left. Hot tip, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wouldn't that be nice if it just once? 15 seconds left. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you reorganize those numbers so now it alphabetically is in order by brand name. Keep in mind, you don't have to know the brand. Like, you don't have to write down out the brand. You just reorganize the numbers. So in your answer, it'll be like 5, 1, 4, 3, whatever, or 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, or you get the idea. And your tiebreaker, just in case. How many floors does the Burj Khalifa Tower in Dubai have? I repeat, how many floors does the Burj Khalifa Tower in Dubai have? Take a guess. Don't Google it. If you Google it, I'll know you cheated. Nobody, unless you literally, well, maybe you know. That'd be cool if you did. You probably don't. Yeah, take a guess. Don't cheat. And with that tiebreaker, worth 0 money, only just in case, 0 points. If you're tied, though, might help you out. With that, we are there, guys. It's that time again. I'm about to unmute you, but first know that you've got 5 minutes to email your answers in to me once again, stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. That's stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. So in 5 minutes, it's 10:06 now. At 10:11 p.m., I will call it. I will tell you the answers, and then we'll find out who wins. Well, you'll also have to do that final step where you input your final score, which just speeds up the tallying on my end. But that comes after the answers. So anyway, clock's ticking. 10:11. You got 5 minutes. I'm going to leave some music playing in the background. I will unmute you. Get your stuff submitted right away. stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. Hurry it up. One minute left, guys. 1 minute. Get those answers in. stevehobbs.entertainment@gmail.com. Remember, I've got to have the answers for both the first half and the second half. Make it easy on me. Hopefully you updated with the first half self-total in there as well with your second answers. Anyway, less than a minute. Good luck. 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Still here, I'll never break the chain. Never break the chain, guys. Guys, let's get to the answers. It looks like I got everyone's answers in, I think. Hopefully you didn't fall through the cracks somehow. Great job, everyone, either which way. And here are your answers for the second half. Let me share those with you. Thank you for your patience. Beep, bop, boop. There we go. All right. Starting with the audio answers in round 4, just to remind you, these answers, half a point for the artist, half a point for the song title. Please mark yourself accordingly. Here we go. And be accurate, because if I catch the discrepancies later, that's going to stink if you're like up for first place. If you know you're up for first place, really be on it with that stuff. Here we go. The answers are Bon Jovi for number 1. Bed of Roses is the song title. Bon Jovi, remember the flower titles. Number 2, Ed Sheeran, Supermarket Flowers. 3, The Foundations, Build Me Up Buttercup, classic. 4, Seal, Kiss from a Rose. I watched Batman Forever. Number 5, Poison, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. 6, Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond. Got to get them both. That was the stipulation. You Don't Bring Me Flowers is the other half of that point. Oasis for number 7 with Morning Glory. Number 8, the Goo Goo Dolls with Iris, another great cinematic one. Number 9, Lady Gaga doing La Vie en Rose. And number 10, Tiny Tin with Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Something tulips, lots of tulips out right now. Total that out of 10 with all the half points figured out there. Give you an extra 10 seconds to get those I's dotted, the T's crossed accordingly. And moving on. All right, here are your celebrity feuds. Category 5 on your sheet. The answers were 1, Sex and the City. 2, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne Johnson, or even The Rock Johnson, I would suffice, but we asked for a full name. So yeah, I can, if you just put The Rock, technically, I should be calling that an X. Hopefully that's not you. Mark yourself accordingly. Number 3, Taylor Swift. 4 was Oasis. 5, Joan Crawford. 6 was Eddie Fisher with all of his dalliances. Number 7, Paris Hilton. 8 was Gwyneth Paltrow. 9 was Charmed. And 10 was old Joan Rivers. Having a little Johnny Carson feud there. Oh boy. Total that out of 10. Oh, Joan. And finally, category 6, your answers were as follows. Ray Romano, number 1. 2 is Amy Schumer. 3, Dave Chappelle. So many Netflix specials. 4, Ellen DeGeneres. 5, Craig Ferguson. 6, Adam Sandler. Oh, the Sandman. 7 was Martin Short. 8 was Chris Rock. 9, Leslie Jones. And 10 was the man, the kingmaker, Judd Apatow. Total that out of 10. And before you total the whole thing, or the half or whatever, first you got the wager round coming, the one question, the final trivia. Here we go. This is your answer. Keep in mind, whatever you bet, if you didn't bet anything and it's not evidenced on that sheet, then that's a nothing. You don't bet anything. You don't lose anything. You don't win anything. But whatever you bet, if you get this right, this next thing, it's a plus. If you get it wrong, it's a minus, maximum 10 points. If you put more than 10, it's capping at 10. Here we go. Your answer, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4. That's Atari, Bandai Namco, Nintendo, Rockstar, and Ubisoft. If you're not familiar with Bandai Namco, that's more like your Dragon Ball type games, some classic Japanese fighting stuff. And Rockstar, Atari, Nintendo, these are a little bit more well-known. Ubisoft is doing really great stuff. I actually did trivia for a private party of them in Toronto once. Yeah, I highly recommend Ubisoft games. Very fun. You know, all the Assassin's Creed, all that kind of stuff. They made movies out of it. It's great. Anyway, 32514. If you got it right, plus if you got it wrong, it's a minus. And your tiebreaker was 163. If you're wondering about the Burj Khalifa, it's 163 floors on that monster. FYI. Makes Mission Impossible seem that much cooler, right? Well, the fourth one, whichever one he climbed the thing. Anyway, with that final step, your final job, guys, is that other document, just to remind you, if you're old to trivia, like you've done this before, and if you're new to trivia, to this model, that other document in that folder from earlier is the one that live updates. You're going to put your final score in it with your team name and your email. I'm going to see it. Please do it within the next 5 minutes so that just after 10:20, we'll have it all sorted out. And I'm going to say who wins. I'm going to announce it. I'm going to briefly fact check it if it's really tight. And we'll find out in just a few minutes who comes out on top and is in the running for a case of Bose beer. I'm sorry that it takes a little extra time. We'd be done sooner if we didn't have the technical difficulties in the beginning tonight. In any case, get that in there. It's 10:17 now. By 10:22, I want to be looking at who's on the top of the pile. I believe in you guys. I'm going to take my video off, and I'm going to unmute you guys to revel in your success and talk amongst yourselves. Great job, everybody. Get it in there. You are not quite unmuted. All right, you're unmuted. Great job, everyone.
I'll bet you
Under the age of
5 minutes.
the one that held
we'll
everybody up was definitely Bondi. Connor?
You already been in there.
Connor, if there's an ace in our hole, I don't think anybody would have got Bandai.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
We're off mute on the team.
Oh shit, we're off mute now. Hi everyone.
Wait, everybody's muted except Ryan. No.
No, that's incorrect.
Because we're online with computer, we are technically unmuted.
So zip it.
Ryan, can you go on mute, please?
Sure, can do. Done. Bye everybody.
Yeah.
1 minute left to get those final response totals in, guys. Hurry it up. And I'm looking at those answers, checking them now to see who's out on top. Enjoy the Jurassic Park. Trivia players do move in hurries. And just like that, everybody, we've got our answers. I know who won tonight. Well done, everyone. I know that if that was fast, if you were expecting it to take longer, I understand. Sometimes some weeks we have extra math to do, but this week we figured it out. You know, we got to the bottom of it. You guys did good math from what I could tell. I just fact checked the first place team. No confusion there. Amazing stuff. I'm going to unmute you all for a second to give yourselves a round of applause because you all deserve it. Congrats to all the winners.
Yay.
All winners in my books. Great job. Well done.
That's okay.
Well done, everyone.
All right. Also, I forgot to encourage fun team names and stuff, but you guys, I think you were all pretty clued in. If you want to do a team name, you do a team name. If you don't worry about it. I read them all out either which way. So if you got a funny pun you want to do, that's kind of the best time to do it. Okay, here are all the teams that didn't get the top 3, but deserve your love, your respect, your all that stuff. Big round of applause for, let me just make sure I didn't get it mixed up. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that works. And these were some tight scores at the top, FYI. Big round of applause for U2W, which actually I believe was tied for, no, not even tied. They were 4th. Checking. No, yes, no, yeah, they were 4th, I believe. U2W, aka Jackie Daytona's non-speaking customer, which I think is kind of like a burn on me. Jackie Daytona being a character from the episode of What We Do in the Shadows that I very briefly in little bits cameoed last week. So great job, you guys. You almost got the top 3. Kind of glad you didn't, but also I like the shout out, so I appreciate it. Great job. Great job too. What Steve does in the shadows is disgusting. Oh no. How did you know? Did I leave the video on? Oh, I'm sorry. Good job, Puzzles. Great job, Puzzles. Continuing to kill those puzzles. Great job, Joe Shoxes. Well done. Very respectable score. Great job to Vandalay Industries. I love it. Oh, still on the Stiller heartstrings there. And great job to Moops. Moops. Another Seinfeld reference. Great job. Still mooping. Well done. All right. In 3rd place, unless my math dust deceive me, and I don't believe it does, 3rd place. Drum roll. That would be Social Distance Social Club. I like the double social. Well done. Well earned. 3rd place. Strong score. We're in the 60s for this, like well into the 60s. So people were like not missing many. I'm impressed, but also cockeyed looking at you at the same time. 2nd place, a past winner for sure. There's a few past winners at this point. Drum roll. Tomatoes, 68 points. Holy moly, that means they only missed 2. Normally that would be enough to cinch it for sure. However, a team that I know to be sticklers managed to eke one out above the rest. Drum roll. Team Istra, 69 points. Woohoo! Holy moly. Where's my Jurassic Park music? That is a monster. That is a Tyrannosaur. Oh, it's playing an ad now. Well, I ruined it. The moment passed. Look, you did great. That's the main point. You do move in herds. If by herds, I mean scores, high Brontosaurus style scores. 69 points. They only missed 1. They missed the first question. That was it. They got the rest. I looked through the whole thing. Pretty crazy stuff. Well done. You're up to win a case of beer, potentially, Team Istra. Well done. Hats off to you. You get to see my horrible, hideous, gigantic head of hair. It's not that horrible, but I can't wait for my barber to go back into business. Either which way, you guys are keeping trivia semi in business, and Loons appreciates it, as does Bose, FYI. So again, with that, end of the long weekend, I'm going to leave the chat open for a little bit, but guys, more importantly, thank you so much. Thanks for putting up with these weird times. Thanks for making the most of it by playing for some beer and making some friends with each other. And yeah, don't lose your plucky love of Loons patio and beer season and summer and all that stuff, as if there's a season for beer. Any day can be beer season. Either which way, my name is Steve Hobbs. Happy to be your trivia host, your quiz master for yet another week, guys. See you next week. Feel free to stick around. All the love to you. Cheers, everyone. Thank you, Bose, and thank you, trivia players. Cheers. Boom. There we go. There's your. That's what I was trying to find for Team Istra there. Team Istra does score in herds. All right, you get the idea.
Happy long weekend, everybody.
Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
In the club, party rock. Looking for your girl, she on the jock. Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans, tattoo, cause I'm rock raw. Half black, half white, down low. Gang your money, open up.
Yeah, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the clue that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey, party rock is in the house tonight. Woo! Everybody just have a good time. Yeah, and we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Yo, party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Feel it, man. We gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that. Every day I'm shuffling. Shuffling. Step up